down. League One down, 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 down. Get down, 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 down,
Down.
down. Woo, woo.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Albert Smiling Faces podcast.
Welcome back.
Little cheery welcome.
Hi, look at the smiles on everyone's faces.
It's wonderful.
It's great.
It's been a
Welcome to the late 90s, early 2000s. Not only
Yes,
with our choice of music, but also our attire.
yeah. I didn't get that memo.
He went for like the 1941 away top.
Hi, I didn't get that memo. That's just
He went to the Joey Barton strip when he was locked up in Manchester.
Aye, yeah, that looks like that, yeah. Looks
a
alright,
white
actually, doesn't
prison
it, really?
thing.
The more you think of it.
Who?
You.
Oh wait, that's a bit harsh. What are you doing now? So,
This Coke's wonderful, by the way.
And he doesn't mean like one in his glass.
don't do drugs, kids.
Exactly. You'll turn
Don't
out
get
like
this,
that.
I don't do drugs like. Let's just get this out there.
Not on a Tuesday night in South Shields in the Lord Ashley.
What day do you do your drugs there?
No, I don't do drugs.
He's a racist. Drugs.
Are you homophobic?
What else has he done? Oh, yeah, I'm sure he said something about the gays before.
The gays.
The gays.
That's bad, isn't it? The gays.
Well, that's as I call them, the gays of the week, like.
Oh,
But she didn't
it's
mean
called-
it, like,
Just
she
call them
didn't,
the bloody gays.
no, she didn't mean it in an offensive way, she just
Do
said
I
the
say
gays.
Do I say that? He doesn't even know when he says it.
I know, I do say some things I don't think about before I say them sometimes, but it is what it is anyway.
Like I do.
Can't remember that at all, actually.
I like gays.
Right.
Just putting it out there.
Down,
Do you
down,
wanna-
down, down.
Trying to go and grind or something.
Down, 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 down. But you like it when the gays go down, down, down on you.
Hey,
Where is this going?
No idea.
shots fired.
Wow.
Right, shall we get round
So
to
we've
the-
had wrestling
shall we get round to the
introductions,
football?
now we've had...
Oh, talking to the wrestling. How good was WrestleMania?
I thought it was fabulous until Strowman's partner was that kid. Horrendous.
The best
And-
bit. The best bit of the whole night.
No, Stephanie. Oh,
Stephanie looked
amazing.
canny hot light and shit. No, the best bit. The dead man's return.
It was good,
literally had hairs
I
standing
thought he
up
should have
on
been
me.
American Badass, personally.
The wind standing up on your head.
But he had left that. Like, Kid Rock was getting inducted.
Oh,
I just
you're
thought it
right.
just-
Goal, Sunderland.
Oh,
Ugh.
But anyway, yeah, it was quite good. It was alright. I loved Stephanie
unreal.
and looked amazing. And
Oh,
that
she
was
did
quite
look
good.
canny fit like.
She did.
I'm glad Rousey beat her.
Oh, that was always going to happen.
Spoiler.
That was always gonna
Spoiler alert if you
Did you watch it
haven't
live,
watched
did you?
last week. Nah,
Did you watch it live?
watched
Oh.
it
I was there, like.
the following day.
Watched the Masters.
I was there.
And
You watch it in the house?
Well, you know, I was up live.
When was
Watched the
that last
Masters
Sunday?
and-
On this Sunday?
Sunday just
gone.
Just gone, aye.
Aye.
It kind of seems like ages
I
ago.
was off the Monday, like, thankfully.
When was it? Yesterday? That's when I watched it,
Yeah.
yesterday.
Alright. I had my pizza there, my chips, my garlic, drinking it. Lovely. Oh, hell yeah.
7
Just
kebabs.
Necking the garlic. It was amazing. It was unreal. Anyway, sorry about the wrestling introduction, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it's just a constant theme now. I think we're going to have to do a wrestling introduction.
It's funny, I
every
had my
single
Austin
week.
t-shirt on before I changed. I had my Austin
had me,
t-shirt, I thought I can't wear that.
I had my NWO one on.
Best. New World Order, no better.
But I want the Wolfpack one.
X-Pac.
Great memories then.
Suck it.
Got 2 words for you, like.
Dudley Boys got
Staying up.
inducted this
That's my
week.
2 words for you, staying up.
What? The
See
what?
I did there?
Dudley Boys got inducted
Did
this
they?
week. Yeah.
Goldberg
Love
as
the
well.
Dudley Boys. Like, did Spike get oil in there?
Nah, Spike wasn't there, but they did stick the commentator or production guy through the table.
Through the table, aye. They didn't do a 3D, but they did like a PowerPoint thing.
Who?
Dudley
Did
Boys?
ask some
gadget.
Dudley, some gadget. Came up and saw kicking off, and he was like, "Reed, get the tables," and then
Did
Right
they
through?
push him?
I did exactly that. Yeah,
I like them.
did exactly like what Shelvey does to like.
Name on! Get the tables! That's what he said.
So, shall we talk about football?
Why not?
Can do, aye. Can do.
Newcastle United played Leicester City. That sounded like the teletext man or something like that. Like on the
Teletext
final
man
score.
doesn't talk, mate. It's teletext. That's a
I
point
know,
in text.
I meant like the final score on BBC One or
Teletext,
something.
man.
Teletext
Yeah,
man.
You know, like the
Do
bloke
you know
that
the thing
goes-
that's made for like?
It goes like Macclesfield
Definitely.
Town 3, Rotherham United 1.
You mean the final score?
Yeah, final
Basically,
score, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Not the
Teletext.
Do you know what you're not allowed to do this week when we're recording? This. Because I watched the podcast back, right? And the
I'm
camera's
trying.
looking at you and you're just like this. It's like
He was
he's not
asleep,
here.
half of it.
It's like he's not here.
It's like going like that.
It's like the coppers after and you're hiding from him just in case they're watching.
Like that. Was
No,
that
no,
Fred-
your hand full over your face.
What was I doing?
Don't know. Do you know, like...
They had a bad head or something?
You know, like when people get hand tattoos, like
I think
skulls in the field, as if they've got to do this all the time.
I think we were talking about Perez. And I think he just went, oh no.
Oh, probably
I think that's
did,
what
to be
Maybe
honest.
he's hiding a smile because he really wanted to smile.
Maybe, yeah.
Right, so...
Got some feedback on him this week.
Leicester. 1. You guys say 2.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Scenes.
Scenes. Once again, the one person that
Limbs all
doesn't
over.
sit in front of the camera was there, and we weren't.
Oh, were you there, were you?
I hadn't seen stood in the right
That's how he's
clip
got
of this
He
day.
had some big fat Geordie next to him just shouting.
Just shouting his lug. Full
No,
game.
no.
United!
I wasn't there.
Aye, true. No, it was...
He said fat Geordie,
just
not
so good,
obese.
wasn't it? Like,
Oh, thanks.
I got a feeling it's just going to go like this all night now. Just slaying each other.
It's meant to be my friend.
We had some good comments on the last day.
Feelings, you know.
The last podcast had some decent comments on it.
not this one won't.
Better word about you.
We've been on 10 minutes, I'm sorry. No, yes.
This is what people listen for, mate.
We'll cut out this bit out.
Good job I don't charge.
We'll charge by the minute.
Aye, be careful, we'll have you up like
They're free as well.
in front of Congress. How dare you, Chris Eyes.
Get the police on you.
Oh, God. Get the siren back out.
It doesn't work anymore. We're dropping it off the table, so we're like, doesn't work.
Oh, doesn't it?
No.
For buying you one.
Alright, so
So, Leicester then.
someone's going to have to take control of this. Grab it by the scruff of the
Shall
neck
we
and take
start at the
control.
beginning? Team news.
What was
Hot off
your
the press.
thoughts though before the game? Did you think we were going to win or draw or what?
I was hopeful of a draw, like, to be fair.
I would have been.
I thought we were in good decent form. Leicester have been a bit hit and miss.
We've only won 3 away games all season.
True.
I just.
But they're the type. I don't know. We've said this before. They're the type of teams that we've always got a chance against because they like to play counter-attacking football and play quite high up the pitch and use their pace and stuff like that. But
They've got some good players in fairness to them. Like
I mean,
All got some fantastic
Morris
players.
is
Gray,
unbelievable.
Morris, Vardy. I think Gray's mint. Vardy obviously been in good form. So I thought if we could get a draw, it would be a great result. I think any point away from home's great, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, unless you were playing Southampton, you're 2-0 up, like. But anyway, but generally speaking, you know, any point's good in it. So to win was just remarkable. Like,
Oh God, what a start! We just got out the traps really early, didn't we? And started getting amongst them.
I think that the confidence is like it is high, isn't it, off the 2 wins we've just had, and I think maybe a bit of pressure's been lifted a bit, you know, because I think we've imagine if we had a drew against Southampton, and then that game all of a sudden is like feels like a 10-point game, which is ridiculous, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I just feel maybe the pressure's been lifted a bit, and they can play with a little bit more. Oh well, we'll just play one game.
Just
we'll
enjoy it.
Enjoy it a bit more, you know.
So now with that pressure lifted, do you think
More was safe.
who's going to say it?
Oh, sorry. Oh, it was safe.
Well, that
100%, yeah.
What?
our messages didn't I, and said, right, that's it.
I thought.
You dickhead shit!
I'm so glad I didn't have his phone there.
I'd only just moved it. Gee, God, I just shit myself. Oh God, excuse me.
Oh, I just smell funny.
Like a pair of clean pants. Jesus Christ! I didn't know what the hell you were doing there. Fucking hell, man, that was me half a pint.
To the bar.
God,
What on earth, Scott?
Jesus!
For those that aren't watching, someone might explain what's happened
I
here.
swear, if you're not watching this on YouTube, then
You might not be
you
doing it
need
now.
to get onto YouTube
And fast
immediately and get to this point in the podcast. I've literally just laid an egg. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I've had them on the table for about 5 minutes. Wait.
Wow.
Fucking hell!
Wow.
Jesus!
God, the mic went there, didn't it?
I thought it was another drive-by shooting.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh dear!
You went all Conor McGregor for a few minutes here, just kicking off.
I don't
Throwing
think,
things.
It's happening down my leg. This fuck. Oh,
I don't
Jesus.
think we're ever going to beat this moment.
Yeah, that flag needs to wash now.
Oh Christ Almighty!
Well, thanks for that, Chris. That was
Yeah, that woke up,
that
eh?
was good entertainment, now.
Jesus Christ!
Right,
There's going to be a few deaf listeners after that now as
Oh,
well.
that was right in my mic as well,
Oh,
eh?
dear.
Right.
Woo!
So we're safe now.
Yeah, we're safe, yeah. So is Mark now, just.
Just a minute, I can check my pulse. Must
You're dead.
I thought he was going to fall out his chest.
I can't wait to watch that.
I know, because I need to see how you hit your pen. You must have
I'm proper schizoid. Oh dear me.
Out of all the people I thought it was going to have a Frank, I thought it would have been
Oh, you thought it was me?
I don't know what it was, it just came at us or something.
Well, that was good.
Oh man.
Ah, lordy.
On that note, thanks for watching.
We can't beat that.
Right, yes. So,
oh god.
do you want to go and get Mark a pint? I think he needs one.
Hey, I've got one in the
Where
tap.
were we again? I don't know.
I was just about to say, well, I text you after the match saying that's it. We're I think that's it. We're safe now, like definitely.
Yeah. Well, I thought we were after the. Well, not. I thought we were safe. I was saying we were safe after the Huddersfield game. We weren't safe on that amount of points. I just felt we'd pick more up. As a given. Yeah. So we were safe for that, and obviously, to get 3 straight away is unbelievable. Isn't it? It's just fantastic.
That's it done.
And we'll certainly pick up more. So.
But the icing on the cake is we're sitting 10th in the league as well.
Ah no, it's just.
That's amazing. That from where we were, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, that's.
No. To be fair, if I'm going to be, put a bit of a dampener on it, that yes, we're sitting in 10th, but I think we're only 7 points to 4th bottom, and we would need 7 points just to go up a further 3 places.
Yeah.
So it just shows you how tight it is
only
down
3 points
down
behind
there.
Everton, who have spent 800 million.
Aye.
Well, that's a sarcastic remark, but they spent a lot of money, and I think it does prove sort of the golfing class in the league that you've got like 7 to 8 teams, and then you've got 13 that are all much of a muchness really. But considering what we've got, man, like the team that we've got, I still, I hate to say it partly, but if you look at what on paper, we're probably still one of the worst teams. I think man for man. I think if you look like the Palace and that.
Yeah, if you separate,
talent-wise,
I would say if you separate players and look at them individually, yes.
That's why everyone's saying he should get manager of the year. People are saying now because
he should at least be getting
nominated.
Spoken about it.
And the reasons why he should get nominated is because the team we've got shouldn't be 10th. That's it. I mean, that is the truth. It shouldn't be 10th, but it's 10th because of him, of course. But also we've got a few gems in there that. Again, talent-wise, might not be the greatest, but in terms of communication, want to wear the shirt, want to play, want to do well, organised, work hard. We've got loads of them. You know what I mean? So.
The effort and the fight and commitment is there in bucket loads.
Yeah.
You would probably say it. I know we don't watch the games like. Obviously, we're fans of Newcastle United, so we watch every single Newcastle game, so we know what's going on at our club. But I think you'd struggle to find a group of players that are more determined in the Premier League than what our group of players are right now.
Aye.
Like that work for each other.
Yeah, totally agree. Couldn't agree.
You don't see that amount of effort and commitment being put. Like when you watch Match of the Day or the highlights of the games that are on the telly and stuff like that. You don't. I mean, look at that clip that's been doing the rounds of the amount of tackles and blocks.
Amazing,
have you seen the players tonight retweeting it?
Yeah, aye.
It's good crack in it.
Yedlin's was mint.
Yedlin's response. Mint. Yeah. It was really good. Yeah, that was excellent. Yeah.
No, on that piece of footage. Did you see who gave the ball away twice in the clip?
Vardy won it.
No, he means us, don't you? Perez.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get there.
He also wins it back.
He does half sliding, doesn't he? Does half sliding. I thought
slid in and gave the ball away.
Yedlin did.
Shut up, man.
At the very start of that, Yedlin did mint, didn't he? He intercepted a pass and so quick to get back on his feet and then win it again.
That was unreal.
But as you say, I mean, you've got 25 seconds there of football where it isn't pretty. It's not Man City, you know what I mean? But it's everything that we are, really. You know,
it's just sheer determination.
Grafters, hard work.
If you watch it again, you might not pick this up yet. Watch Richie. Richie does the challenge, right? The 50-50 challenge, and the ball's like rolling like Tomorrow's, and he's screaming at Dummit to go in for the challenge.
Dummit properly wipes him out, like, doesn't he?
Dummit, like,
which one? He did it twice.
It's about the
second one. It's the second one where Morris that you just
Dummit properly wipes him out, and then it goes from.
That's who's my favourite one.
Goes to.
He's just, I want a bit of this. Like.
Well, that's who's the one that gives it away the free kick, isn't it?
Yeah, because Yedlin then tweeted that to the night saying
it's a bit much or something.
That was a bit much. Asked Kris. You've overstepped them. What?
Arthur replied.
Oh, did he?
I said 42.
For the tune.
Get in.
Brilliant. But again, that's another thing that like the atmosphere, you know, throughout the players seems to be a lot more healthier than I think it's ever been for us. I honestly feel that. I mean, I know we had a few Frenchies with a click, which I think started off quite rosy.
As well.
But then, well, no, we didn't we? We had like France days and that, which I still couldn't believe. But anyway, we did.
Only had one.
We had one France day, which I still can't believe we did. But it's one of them, isn't it? When the things are going well, that click was probably great. But then when results aren't going your way, then they were poison. Whereas I feel with this, we've had terrible runs this season, but the team's been there. They've always, the spirits have been high as best.
They've got each other's back, haven't they?
100%.
The teamwork,
I don't know,
camaraderie, and everything is.
If that might be, we've got quite a lot of British players, and I think I said that when the championship we have. Don't get us wrong, we've got foreign players in there, but we've also got a lot of British in there as well. I feel like we have. But you look at the two players that came in January, Kennedy and.
I think a lot of it's probably because of the age.
We haven't got that many British players really when you think about it.
I thought we've got Darlow, Elliott, Lascelles, Dummett, Richie, Shelvey, Gale.
When you talk about the squad, I'm not thinking the team wise.
Hayden.
You've only got Lascelles, Shelvey, Hayden when he plays, and Gale.
Richie,
haven't you?
Dummett.
Richie's Scottish.
Dummett Welsh. British.
He's English.
I'm saying British,
yeah. Still English.
I'm not saying English here, I'm saying British.
But he's still English.
Who is?
Richie.
Scottish.
Is he shite?
No, he is Scottish. Like.
Bollocks.
Yeah, Scottish boxers aren't the match.
Bollocks.
He's my neighbour when I go up.
Do you think his form has improved massively though?
Yes.
Because he got criticised a lot, didn't he? And I think the Man United game when he scored from that Man United game onwards, which is maybe
he just needed a bit of a rest, didn't he? And a bit of a kick up the arse maybe.
I also think that because Kennedy's given him more on that side of the field, people are maybe paying more attention to him, which I think then helps Richie a little bit. Richie's never going to be like this creative winner. That's you know what I mean. But I love the shift he puts in. His effort and work rate is unbelievable. Like
we said that he's being far too negative with his play before, and it has seemed to improve.
Last season, Richie was my favourite player.
He should have got player of the season last season.
He was unreal,
hands down. And once again, only got it because his dad died.
Allegedly.
No, his dad actually did die.
Did he?
There's nothing legend about that, mate.
Wow.
But Kennedy, obviously you picked up on him. I thought he was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. He was amazing. Like, you see that like flip flop he did when he was in just over the halfway line. Just everything he did.
Everything about him is magical. He's just really, unbelievable.
Really good. He's a lot in that game. He looked a lot quicker than I think that he.
Considering he was up against Danny Simpson as well, who he ain't exactly a slouch, is he?
He was tearing them apart on that side of the field. I thought at times like, and again, and I've said this many times, that in centre mid, I think a game is won and lost in centre midfield. I really believe that. Well, maybe when you get top level it might not be, but I think centre midfield is really important. And Diarmi and Shelvey have just got that balance right, haven't they? Which helps the team as a balance, you know what I mean? It just sets her up really well.
I think Gale's improved as well. I know he missed a few chances last week, but his link-up play seems to... Him and Perez, I thought, worked really well against Leicester.
Yeah. Well, because we are high energy, aren't they? They just don't stop pressing. They don't stop working. And, I mean, we're getting on to Perez now. I mean, I was thinking on the way here, thinking, like, how not to sound negative about him. Like, because, let's be fair, Huddersfield won the game, 3 points. That game, he set up Shelvey with a great little Cruyff turn to give it to Shelvey. Then he scores that goal. He's 6 points. He's won with. You know what I mean? There's probably more.
It's just moments, flashes of stuff.
But in the game itself,
consistently put it together.
No, he can't. That game he lost the ball so many times. He lost the ball so many times, but then does that.
Yeah.
And it's one of them where you think you can lose the ball all you want if you're going to do that. Well, then I guess
you've got to look at the likes. I don't know, Mark will probably spit at us, but you mentioned Ben Arthur, and like. He's the type of player that would lose the ball God knows how many times, but he'll produce something.
Yeah.
And I'm not putting Perez on the same skill level as happened by Arthur. But
games.
he, like what you see there, Perez could lose the ball, but if he's bringing that to the table, you've got to play him.
He needs to bring that to the table more often though, because it's excuse me, it's normally like 2 in 15 to 20 games where he'll do that. And then you've got 18 games where he's losing the ball every 5 minutes. But if you could bring that to the table more often, chip in with the odd goal and get the odd assist more, then you'd find that people would you know,
just disregard
what he's losing the ball, because you know there's that opportunity.
He does always seem to pick up his performances and start actually doing stuff as the season starts drawing to an end.
Definitely does, yeah. Did last season. Because we said the same thing that he scored against Brighton. He's done a great run.
Last 3-4 years, he's chipped in. I mean, think back to when Miles was here. He talked about Perez and think he'll score some important goals. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Still
Perez in Newcastle career, he has dug out the shit a few times.
Oh, 100%. 100%, yeah.
Which is why I try and not to slate him.
I would say
you're the most... be quite neutral.
It's hard though, isn't it?
Well,
I didn't think it was his worst ever game at the weekend.
Oh, it's 2-1 Liverpool.
I thought he played well.
That's
game over.
I thought he played well.
3-0 Roma. Wow. Sorry,
He did all right.
No, I thought he played well. I watched the extended highlights there, and it's his link-up play. He's bringing everything to the table with that. Like you say, he set that goal up.
It was a great run. Mm-hmm. It was a great one. He commit. One thing I do like about him, the thing is he does lose it often after this, but he's always willing to try and run with the ball, commit players.
He wants defenders to back off and back off. He runs directly at them.
And I like that. I do.
If they do back off, then he's fine. But as soon as they stand to him, he hasn't got enough to get past them.
He doesn't seem. Yeah, I
you run into 2 or 3 players because he cannot get past them.
It's similar to what Shelvey used to do, but Shelvey used to still have the ball when he got through.
But Shelvey would have the strength to get through, whereas Perez doesn't, does he?
He had 2 or 3, or definitely 2, and then he did that little Cruyff pass to Shelvey, and Shelvey took it really well. He good dummy and all the rest of it.
I thought Shelvey had a good game.
Shelvey sent Maguire and Morgan probably hot dog in the stands, man. Did you see them? The both of them went.
He's another, and it's easy to say this, isn't it? Really, when you're been in such good form like we have been. I've seen a form table from December the 20th up until now.
Like 5th or something like
that. I think
we
were 5th or something ahead of Chelsea.
I've seen that. Yeah.
So of course, if your form's improved, it's easy to say, well, he's getting better and he's getting better because you must be.
The team's
but I think Shelvey's been really good, like for a long sustained period now. Nothing stupid, no daft spats or calling anybody or getting sent off or anything.
Well, that's why he keeps getting talked about for England, isn't it?
Well, see, another example, I loved his interview at the end of the game.
Amazing.
It was brilliant.
So honest.
So honest. That's why he says...
It's very rare for him to actually come out and...
He never, ever does it.
He says in the programme...
I was very surprised to see him...
Because he said in the programme that he doesn't do them because he always thinks that his words will be misinterpreted or...
Like twisted.
Whereas he was just straight on the line. If that had been me, I would have been off. Which is what...
What did you think about that?
It's a red card. It's a red
Dwight Gale. You saw what he was trying to do. He was trying to push him, but he's still lifting his hands and he still hit him in the face.
If Gale was
it was a stupid reaction, wasn't it? Really?
Yes, if Gale went down, he's off.
Overreacted, he was done. Yeah, or he was off. But Gale was
fouling them. There's no question that Gale was fouling them. Pulling them all over.
It was a free kick to them, 100%. But
once the free kick's been given, you cannot then do what he did, which is turn around and he was probably trying to push him in the chest, but obviously Dwight Gale's not the biggest. And he caught him.
It was like a push punch one. It was weird. It was like there was
forcing the push.
Yeah, I thought it was a red. Because as soon as I seen him, he's off. Happy days. It wasn't even a
1-0. He's off.
I wasn't even a thought of others. It might be a yellow. It's a red card. This, you know what I mean? But it's us, isn't it? I think sometimes we're a bit unlucky.
Plus, it's a England player, isn't it?
Yes, but we're saying we're a bit unlucky, right? We were. Further up the pitch, that dummy challenge, that's a penalty all day long.
I didn't think it was when I seen it.
100%. If that was one of our players on the receiving end,
I thought it was a Stonewall in real time. But I watched goals on Sunday. Even Cammy said
it's a hard one to call, isn't it?
I'll think about it and think if that was us, I'd want a penalty.
At the time,
level.
Hey! Norwich have egalised.
Don't get carried away yet.
I've got a pocket full of these.
To be fair, they're down anyway, aren't they? They're gone.
I mean, mate's just put a comment just like that because all the Mackhams on the group are, it's 1-0, it's 1-0. Happy days. Anyway, sorry, interrupted there.
I may bring body poppers every week.
I was prepared for that one. She showed us it before you did it.
That's how it's done more or less.
It smells lovely, that. Do you think?
What fire?
Pyrotechnics.
Whatever it is. It's really nice.
Gunpowder. What was it?
the
penalty, because I agree with what he's going to say here. Is that if that had been Atu, say, down the other end, I would have been gone off
in real time, it looked a penalty every time.
How does a ref not give that? Really? Being honest.
But to be fair, the ref is a long way away from that. And when you see it from behind, it does look like the ball just carries on going.
The linesman balls it, man.
which essentially Dummett's sliding in like that. So if he gets it towards the ball would go like that.
It was silly.
Especially Morris running there.
You shouldn't go to the ground.
But if that was us,
Morris was clever though.
Expect a penalty.
Mate, I'd be going berserk.
Exactly. That's what I think about it. And
yeah, but it wasn't though.
It was.
No, it wasn't a pen, man.
It was.
Proven it wasn't a pen, man.
I think that's a penalty.
Nah, it's not. Man.
I don't know about proven. There was still
The angle I seen on goals on Sunday, it's not.
You could see he may have got the slightest touch on it.
Didn't touch the ball.
He certainly took him down with his trailing leg. It's
a penalty.
Real time, it's a penalty. In the game, even when I seen it, I was like, oh well, there's a pen.
Yeah.
Like, I was the same reaction at the red card. I thought that's a red card, and then when he slid in, I went, oh my word, penalty.
Yeah.
And then
I did at the time. I thought, I went, Dummett, what you doing?
Yeah.
You reverted to type.
Which it would have been his first error in how many games? Like
a couple.
Nah, I disagree with you. I think he's been brilliant.
Nah, yeah, he's been good.
But I know, as you say, it's.
It was just one of them. Yeah.
You know, it is one of them.
It's about time we had a bit of a rub of the green in it and a bit of luck.
Yep, and then Perez's goal was. It was.
That was another bit of luck as well. But
did you not see it? About 5-10 minutes before that, Schmeichel cleared it and it landed straight at Perez before.
Yes.
And he tried to shoot and it was the worst shot I've ever seen, and Gale screamed at him saying, I'm on, yelling. Mm-hmm. But then he goes into
it was a funny finish though, the way
outside of his boot.
He crouched it was
weird, wasn't it? But where the hell was Schmeichel going, man?
I've got no idea.
I don't know what the defence were doing because it was only a long ball forward.
Morgan was shocking. He just watches it go and let it bounce.
He did it about 2-3 minutes later as well. He did it again, let the ball bounce.
Well, again, the last behind me at the match, the
pair of them were shocking, the whole game.
Really, really has it in for Perez. Calls him lazy all the time. Because that's one thing I definitely don't think he is personally.
I think I would like
her. She really goes deep. Really hates him. And that ball there, for example, it's a long ball just smashed forward and there's Perez in and around.
He gambled
on it and he got there. And to show that technique and composure it was a hell of a goal. It really, really was.
Yeah,
I think that's when
the thing is.
It's when he
goes to celebrate. There's no one else there because he's so far up the pitch. He's looking for everyone to catch up, and he's just celebrating by himself, living the dream.
He's got no time to think about it. And he's just got to react. We've seen it before.
It's that little look up that he sees the ball bounce and he looks up and he knows exactly where Schmeichel is, and he's thinking, "This is mine." He knows that's in as soon as he says that.
Some good things on the internet at the minute, and then where it's got Peter and Albie, and then he's above, and it's timed exactly the same. Good crack that But of course it was, but but again, going back to what I said, he scored the winner against Huddersfield. He set up the one for Shelvey, scored the winner. Really, it worked out to be the winner.
Yeah, that was one.
What more can you ask? You know what I mean? There's not, I'm not his biggest fan, but crikey, he's been brilliant. He's done in them instances. He's done very well. Sorry, he hasn't been brilliant in his overall game.
I think he's a player that you can't take out of that team.
Well,
you cannot change that team at the minute.
You can't,
and that's been telling the last few weeks as well, is that we've got quite a settled team at the minute.
Yeah.
We're not chopping and changing.
Which is when I banged the drum for months and months about. You don't change your team all the time because they can't get any rhythm or confidence or anything.
I guess Rafa changed that team a lot, didn't he?
He was changing it around Christmas and stuff like that as well, wasn't he? But it was because the number of games that were happening and all that kind of thing. And when you look at it in the longer term, it's probably served well because you're not seeing. Gale, like we're just talking about him, he's chasing everything down. He's working. There was times around Christmas and stuff like that where he just didn't look interested. We'd sat here and talked about it. He just didn't look like he could be bothered.
Was it the Everton game?
Are you not just come back from injury?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is was he struggling with something? His fitness wasn't quite there. He did have a bit of time out as well. So
he's probably struggling with lack of sleep. He's newborn.
He's only just had that though.
But
that
him.
I think
no, the one before that, they're quite close in ages.
Are they?
Well, about 9 months.
The thing is, he wasn't in good form then in regards to goal scoring. I felt
still isn't really.
I know, but weren't winning games. He wasn't scoring, and I felt that time he was really feeling sorry for himself, as if to go oh well, now it's good enough, is it really? And just sort of plodding around.
Confidence is high in the
it
team.
Is. You can see it. You can see it. Definitely.
That is making a big difference.
He's named my son's name.
I also think Lejeune has been amazing honestly, since he's come in alongside Lascelles, he brings that composure on the ball.
It's a great partnership, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It really is.
They went a bit to sleep for Vardy's goal, though.
Well, I thought
it was Dummett.
It was Dummett and
Atsu.
Atsu, yeah. It was no idea, was it?
Dummett didn't even jump.
But then Vardy was standing there.
I actually thought he was coming for it and then stopped.
That's the first time he's ever, like, not
was you crossing the header back
made his mind up before what happened, because he normally just runs out.
Well, he was coming and then he went, oh no, I can't. And see, the people were blaming Dummett and Atsu there, and I'm thinking, have them not maybe seen the keeper
probably
making that move and thought, oh well, he's coming, I'll not jump because I might put him off.
To be fair though, it was a very good ball into the box.
It was, but you've got a goalkeeper and two of our players there, and only one of them, and I just didn't say you should be winning the ball. My opinion, you shouldn't be winning it, but it didn't matter anyway. It didn't cost it.
Well, that's it. You just hoping that you just hang on at that point, and that's when they then start putting the bodies on the line.
Yeah, it was fucking squeaky horse time then, like, wasn't it?
I didn't think they never got a squeaky horse time.
It didn't for me, like
when we conceded a goal.
Initially.
Do you think like
I think the worst because I've
you start thinking of what you just said before.
I've saw us crumble so many times in the last few minutes of games.
Well, Bournemouth didn't we? We were 2-0 up and 10 minutes ago we drew 2-2.
But really, when they got that equaliser, they didn't really get at it.
I mean, is it? And I don't want to ever take it away from us, but I mean, them have got nothing to play for, have they? In all fairness, they've got nothing really to play for. I could be wrong.
Europa.
7th or 8th or something.
Europa. That's it.
I don't know, but that's
quite
still
a turnaround for them, though, to be honest, don't it? If you think, obviously they won the league. Their last season they struggled. They were right down the bottom all last season, and then they've dragged themselves back up out of it.
They've got
new manager,
good player. Mahrez and Vardy. Once you can get Mahrez's head right, if he wants to be there or not, that's a difficult scenario.
But they're a similar. I mean, obviously they've got one or two good players, but when you look at the team,
they lost Kante and Drinkwater, which I don't really drink water at all, but they've done such a great job for them at that time. It's like us if we lost two of our best players now. It's tough work.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of a similar kind of team now, as where it's not full of superstars. It's a good team. They work hard for each other. They put the effort in and stuff like that. You've probably got the majority of average players that are just playing very, very well.
Well, Danny Simpson came out after the game and commented on Newcastle saying, well,
that's because he was getting stick, wasn't he?
He's saying that they got the lead. Then it was just backs against the wall, long ball stuff. Obviously, that's how he won the league.
Well, that's what he's saying. He says we knew how they would come. They would put 10 behind the ball and just hit long balls all game.
I don't think we ever
did that. We didn't do that. We didn't do that at all.
Nah.
Well, even if we didn't, you knew how we were going to play, you still couldn't beat with your wanker.
Exactly. You knew what we were going to do. That's how he was the setup.
He was kind of bitter, but not bitter in his comments.
I don't mind Danny Simpson, apart from his woman beer, but allegedly.
It's what it is, isn't it?
I don't mind him as a footballer. I thought he'd done really well.
I didn't like that.
And he was really canny. I met him a few times. He's a really canny bloke.
He cleared about 109 off the line over his time.
I liked him when he was in
He got a lot of grief, didn't he? A lot of grief.
He's probably getting the same grief as what Dummett's been going through.
Yeah.
We'd like to blame someone.
I loved Dummett's interview in the paper the other day. It was great. Like, he was very honest, wasn't he? He was like, people automatically think
that was funny, wasn't it?
Dummett, you're shite.
He says, it was what did you think when you first heard your name in the songs being said? He says, I found it really strange because I'm used to just hearing Dummett, you're shite. That was great.
And I just thought,
absolutely howling.
You've just summed
it's true though, isn't it?
Because it's true.
Everybody.
Every time he goes and probably picks up the ball for a throw in, he probably gets it.
Yeah.
Every time, you're shite, man.
I still can't believe we're singing a Paul Dummett song.
He deserves it. Deserves it as much as any of the rest of them. I honestly believe that. I think there's loads of players we've sang for in the past.
He's had a great half a season, hasn't he?
Loads of players, like we've sang for before, and I think overrated, me personally, because they're foreign and we've signed them. Oh, he's the greatest, him. I can't think of one now, but
I was going to say, like,
he's thinking of Kabay.
Well, hang on a second. Moussa Sissoko used to get it every week. No one gets past Sissoko and all this jazz.
That's because he would have one good game.
No, but I'm telling you, everyone used to sing.
It was a good song, though.
But you didn't sing it, you shite.
But it was a good song.
I disagree. I never sang it. You shite.
It was a good song.
But how can he get a song, but then everyone's like, I don't make you shite? And his opinion was just because you're from the academy, so you must be shite. He's got a great point there.
I think that's bullshit, though. I didn't like. I agreed with everything apart from that academy comment.
No,
because he's saying that because you come from the academy, you're shite. 9 out of 10 times, the
okay then.
On there.
Yeah, so the shite. So he's right. What he's
but he's
9 out of 10.
He's trying to say we
around.
taught everyone with the same brush. Like Andy Carroll came out of the academy, but never ever said he was shite. He's only one I can think.
No, I get what you're saying, but I've said this for years. If we had have signed Dummett, right, and he was called
Dumetti.
Paulo Dumetto.
Aye, Pablo Dumetto from Atletico Madrid. Never played,
Dumetto.
but he's Pablo Dumetto. Sign him for $7 million.
Paulo, like.
I think people would look.
Would you like a
Paulo
10-inch
Dumetto.
or a 12-inch Pablo Dumetto?
Yeah.
Paulo Dumetto.
They would think he's brilliant.
Italian.
And they'd be singing, "Oh, Paulo, these pizzas and everything." There'd be great songs coming out.
Paulo Dumetto.
There
Paulo Dumetto.
It's called Pablo, man. You got his name wrong already?
No, Paulo. I said. He said Pablo.
Sorry, I lost
He
the
had him
translation.
as South American. I said he was like
But honestly, I 100% believe
like
that.
Italian. That shit.
Italian. Aye.
Just like an Italian song. This is Spanish, fucking hell. It's a good job we don't take it so serious because he's been listening. Right,
It's very wet.
so it was a great weekend, I'd say.
It's good.
I love to see Lascelles got in Maguire's face as well, didn't he?
Well, that was on the sending off incident, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He put it on his Instagram as well, which was... Lascelles got booked for that.
He gets booked for everything, doesn't he?
But how can we book a player for that, but Maguire gets a yellow card as well for the
for punching someone.
complete opposite like things?
Well, what was quite weird, I thought, is he got a yellow card for obviously pushing Gale. Lascelles gets booked for arguing with Maguire, but Maguire was also arguing with Lascelles. So is that not 2 yellows then? Like if Lascelles is a yellow for that, then
Was it not because
Michael also runs out and starts kicking off with Lascelles? So
Aye.
where do we draw the line here? Like the referee's just I don't know why he's booked Lascelles.
unless Lascelles has said something to the referee, like swearing at him or something like that. Or...
To be fair, the Newcastle commentary as well. Who was it? John Anderson. I don't know why Lascelles is getting involved. He's captain. If I was captain, I'd be getting right in their faces as well.
Yeah,
especially with a thing like that where it's a red card.
He does it all the time, Lascelles. Like, especially I see him at home. He's always over the officials.
He's like the big brother, isn't he?
He's always
like
over.
big brother.
But Schmeichel, man, run now. I go, my dad's Peter. What was he getting involved for?
I don't think he said my dad's Peter.
He did. I seen him. Why did he do that though? Like he ran from his goal.
What did Lascelles say? I will lob you later.
Aye, he'll lobbing you prick. Your dad thinks Rafa shite anyway.
Aye,
But he did. He run around going, "Oh, my dad's Peter," and I was like, "Why are you even here? Like, go back in your goal. Get ready to get lobbed, prick." Anyway.
That's why he got lobbed, because he wasn't.
Or he ran over and went, "I've got a Premier League title, you know. I've got a medal in the house." Either he did that, or he said, "My dad's Peter." That's what I reckon he said. One or the other. Not about the actual sending off and out. No, yeah. Just about his dad in the middle.
My dad's Peter.
My dad. I reckon that's what he said. Honestly, that's why the sales got booked, probably because he put it on prick. What you talking about? But anyway,
Casper.
You think the referee went, "Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter. Come back, Paul. You booked. Fuck off."
Wow. Nah, I didn't say that. but Schmeichel definitely said, "My dad's Peter." I seen it. Rips. Seen it, man. So
Debatable.
we're safe. Life's great. Sunderland's going down
Again.
It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. Isn't it? Like it's so pleasing to be sitting here safe.
The mags are staying up.
Because I was so nervous. I've told you all the time. I didn't think we'd score enough goals. I'm going back months now. I mean before Christmas. I'm saying I thought, Jesus, we're in trouble here. We're gonna be really in it. But
Jesus, Gammas, we're in trouble.
We're probably gonna go.
Jesus' birthday today.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Is it?
Not like the one.
Not
from
Christmas,
Easter.
Jesus. Because that would be Christmas Day.
Aye.
I know
Birthdays
that.
on Christmas. Jesus, Gamez.
He's joking, man.
Oh!
Whoa, you can't do me dissing Jesus.
See, Dummett
Especially on
gets
his
shit.
birthday.
Dummett get you can't diss Dummett, but you can.
Jesus, dumb it.
Okay, no. See, I think I've played more than him.
We're not
Like
talking
Gamez,
about
I'm sure
Paulo.
I have, you know.
We're talking about Jesus.
My mate Murphy's played more than Gamez, has he?
Who, Danny?
Hey, mind you, did you see him on Match of the Day? Danny Murphy.
He's a negative fucker.
What
He's a tosser, man.
prick, man.
But then again, he was on TalkSport giving Shelvey praise as well. But he is a tosser.
Oh, some of the things he was saying. What did he say? He said there was two things he said, but I think one of them was on a different game actually.
He said Maguire shouldn't have been sent off.
Yeah, that was the first one I seen. I would have been disappointed if he.
And he said Ashley Young's wasn't sent off as well. Those were the two stupid things he said.
Ashley Young didn't play in our game.
Oh yes, and he blamed him for rolling on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I was blatant read that.
Yeah.
Aye. I think that was the two things I was just like. Fuck off.
And to be fair, Lampard just completely disagreed with him.
Rinsed him twice, didn't he?
A lot of pundits would probably just like let it go, and Lampard's getting that. Was a penalty.
Yeah, what's it? I was near don't like, but
That's a send off.
it is a difficult one, I guess, in terms of. I mean, again, like the Sky panel on Saturday. I don't even watch it anymore, to be honest, because I'm really fed up with the same people. Like
Dinosaurs.
I don't know who was. Who was someone coming on our game on that panel? Or?
No,
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Oh, Don Goodman.
Oh, he was
John Goodman.
No, that was BT, man.
No, that was it was
Kamara was at the game.
He was, that's right. He was there, Cammy. But I don't like their opinion a lot of times because they always just seem to look back to these like 2000 or 1999. You know what I mean?
The dinosaurs, mate. The Sky pundits are dinosaurs and they need a massive overhaul of people.
Yeah, I don't watch it anymore. I used to love it as well, but I just you know what the crack's going to be before you even turn it on.
Right, shall we go over some questions? Get them done.
Why not?
We've only got a handful today. Nuzza sends in, what are the 3 most important things for Newcastle to do in the summer? For me, it's getting Rafa a new contract, keeping Jamal, and investing in quality instead of quantity.
Couldn't agree more.
Keep Rafa.
Couldn't agree more.
Tick. Sign Dubravka. Tick.
Get a new owner.
Sign Kennedy. Tick.
That's 3. That's your 3 gone. New owner. We need a new owner because without a new owner, those aren't going to happen.
It's getting there's talks again, isn't it? From the papers.
I think it's recycled stories again.
Yeah, could be, yeah.
Because Newcastle have.
But did you not see the journalist from the Mirror came out and defended his story?
It's recycled stories. It's like they were saying, like whoever's like Staveley and the group that this consortium like looking at training ground things. We were speaking months ago about the training grounds, the one at Metro Radio Arena site, didn't it?
It's I guess it's easy print, isn't it? Because we're doing all right. You know, we've been doing really well actually.
It's just clicks for the website. It's easy clicks.
So
they kind of have the site next to the arena because they're building houses on there.
That was the initial thing. The one
initially
the one that site.
Yeah. I agree. I think that would
do nightmare traffic there in the morning.
You're not driving there. You're not a professional footballer, mate.
Coming across the Redriff Bridge every day. It's terrible.
No,
they won't be coming. They're not literally Gateshead.
They don't start till 10 to the.
And they don't live in Gateshead.
They're going to have to come through the town.
Sorry, 11 o'clock.
They'll be coming along the Scotswood Road.
11 to 1.
To go to the training.
Right. They'll just go straight to Grosvenor.
The Grosvenor.
Straight afterwards, straight up the road.
They'll be going to Secrets on the corner, have a couple of pints after the match.
I think. Are you worried about Rafa leaving? So.
Yeah. Aye.
I'm not.
You're not?
Because I wasn't at all, but I don't know, for some reason I am a little bit.
I think Rafa could possibly now just think, I've done what I can do.
Yeah.
Like, can I repeat this again next season without any investment?
Yeah, he's not. I don't think. But I do definitely believe it, because I think I've said this before. I actually think we'll have some solid players, and just the odd one added would be pretty damn good.
Well, just look at Dubravka and Kennedy
made the difference.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah. So if you could keep them two, and you'd need another two.
Who's your player of the month? It's Lejeune, Dummett or Kennedy. That's up. I voted Kennedy.
Who's sorry again?
Lejeune. I think Lejeune, Dummett and Kennedy. I went for Kennedy.
I think I voted
Kennedy.
Dummett. I think I voted.
See, I think Lejeune's been really good. But the thing is, when there's so many players doing so well, he sometimes. You don't
remember that month just before Christmas, I think it might be November, and it was like Clark.
Yeah.
It was like really bad season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
God, Clark.
And Clark? Who's Clark?
And it is ridiculous.
He was one of the best players we had last season.
I know. It's a bit like the goalkeeper situation, isn't it? I think it's when you don't have someone that can play there, you're like, oh, he's alright. He's pretty solid, you know.
But he was.
No, but when Lejeune comes in, you then realise why he's worth what he's worth.
But Lejeune was shite when he first came in.
But there's not many.
Lejeune started well, then he got injured, didn't he? Then he was shite when he came back.
He had a good 45 minutes against Tottenham on the first game of the season. He did really well, on the first. Yeah, he played 40 minutes and got injured.
But then when he came back in, he was terrible. Which is why then Clark and Lascelles then.
But again, I said this before. You get injured like that, and for someone that's not used to the league, not used to the area, gets injured. Can be hard for them to come back in, but he's done brilliant since come back in.
Yes, right, Quillen sends in, what round would Lascelles knock out Maguire in a boxing fight?
Depends if he had the Joshua tactics of he's called as a racist name and I want to kill him, or I need this from your career, so I have to go the distance. Depends on what mindset he's in. Which is a bit like Joshua.
That was an answer I wasn't expecting.
It was very detailed, wasn't it? He knocked him out in the first.
I don't think Maguire would turn up.
Oh, no, he would.
I think he'd ball it.
Maguire's a big lad, like. Greatness. Is that a good sign, isn't it?
Aye.
I think it would go.
First round.
I think it would go a few rounds, like. I think it'd probably get the points.
Points?
Yeah, points.
Yeah, probably points actually.
Yeah. They're both kind of units.
First round, probably points.
Probably points.
Right, Martin Garrick sends in. Wow, it was just a boxing podcast night. Who would win in a boxing fight between Mayweather and Lascelles? Mayweather, because he's a boxer. That's like saying who would win in a football match. Mayweather.
No, well, Mayweather's
very good at Mayweather? Who's Mayweather?
Ray Weather.
Ray.
Mayweather's very good at running away.
He'd get
if Lascelles
caught him.
But that's the problem, is catching him. Mayweather, he's fast. He just loves fighting on the back foot.
He also says, if Rafa Benitez was a curry, what would he be and why?
A curry?
A curry?
A curry, aye. If he was a curry. I think he would be
a boona.
A boona?
Yeah. Don't know why, but I like it.
I'm thinking something
I get one tonight, actually, you know.
Something sweet and aromatic.
Like a korma?
Nah. Rafa's not a korma.
That's sweet.
Like a...
But he ain't a korma.
Like a Rogan
Josh isn't sweet. Rogan Josh got any sauce. Oh no, that's a jalfrezi.
Tikka masala, that's quite...
Love tikka masala.
I love a tikka masala.
Sweet,
isn't it? Lush, isn't
aromatic,
Might get one of them instead, actually.
I'm going to tease a chicken tikka masala.
Do you put tomato sauce on your curry?
No, I don't. No, actually, I don't. Having said that, I got it. I went
to Twitter spoke this week.
Yeah,
you were wrong.
There's a few people trying the tomato sauce thing.
Oh, they've actually tried it?
Yeah.
I didn't see them.
There was one that didn't agree. He said it was alright in the roasties, but the rest of it didn't work.
Because it's like chips, isn't it?
It's halfway there. I had a Chinese on. I went with mates on Saturday night. I'd like to sleep over the bins, you know. And I says, "Are you hungry?" And I am starving. Well, my kid and his kid.
I'm glad you. Jesus.
Oh, wow! I didn't know where Alan Johnson was going.
Had a sleepover a few beds. Wow,
that is horrendous. I have a daughter.
Racist.
My mate has a daughter. The wives went out, so we had a sleepover. Right? Is that okay?
It is now.
Right. Jesus.
I was panicking there. So, Jesus, I was ready to ring 999.
It happened for a while. They don't go ringing 999.
I wouldn't have done that. It's not an emergency. And then I went to Chinese, so I went to Go Line, got me Chinese, and honestly, I bought loads, like, banged it all on the plate, he got his sorted. And I went, "Where's your tomato sauce?" And he went, "What? You
don't have tomato sauce on Chinese as well?"
Yeah, and honestly, it's all
Oh my God, I cannot.
I swear, if you had seen his face, he went, "Oh, disgusting you."
I would have thrown you out of my house.
No, you wouldn't have.
I fucking would have.
It was amazing.
On your Chinese,
what is wrong with you?
Put a picture on you now.
What is wrong with you?
No.
Honestly, I'm not.
You're in absolute danger, you like.
See, I feel a bit weird when I have like a chicken curry from the Chinese and I put vinegar on it. Because obviously you're not meant to put vinegar on Chinese curry, but it tastes amazing.
Yeah, but see,
tomato sauce.
See, so there you go. So no one I don't know anyone apart from me that puts vinegar on curry sauce. Chinese.
Loads of people put vinegar on chicken curry.
So I'm just going on his opinion. So
let's get a Twitter poll going. Right, if you have Chinese chicken curry or other flavoured curries from the Chinese,
and you get
vinegar, you put vinegar on it.
Yeah, there'll not be many say yes.
Loads or even curry.
I agree.
What about curry and chips? Would you put vinegar on curry and chips?
No, I wouldn't actually.
Chips.
I'm telling you, vinegar on curry and chips is unreal.
I wouldn't put
Put tomato sauce on curry.
Is it a chance to explain?
Oh God.
I wouldn't go to the chip shop and get chips and curry sauce and put sauce on that. No, I wouldn't. No.
Sure.
Gravy and chips?
I haven't tried that yet, actually. Gravy and chips, no, 100% no. No.
But you have it on your Sunday dinner, do you know?
This is how much them know let's get this straight as well. Actually, I do. It depends on where the gravy is, but funny story here. I remember the lads knew how much I love tomato sauce, right? And they were like, "I reckon you would have tomato sauce on anything or with anything." I went, I
agree with that.
So I had a pint of Stella, and I went, "I'd probably have it in there."
You would.
So I put it in there, and I didn't realise it curdled all at the bottom, and big time at the bottom as well. And I was like, "It tastes alright." But when I was getting to the bottom, it was like, I don't know what I expected.
Like vinegary and like.
It didn't taste the nicest at the bottom. But when I was
drinking it on like
it was
apple pie or something like that.
It was tough, like
something sweet, like a pudding. Why are you trying to hold me hand?
Chocolate cake. Would you have tomato sauce on chocolate cake?
Like apple crumble and tomato sauce.
No, I've never done that.
Would you be tempted?
No, I
would you have to hold yourself back from getting tomato sauce out the cupboard?
I'm not an absolute rebel.
Do you do it in public? Like if you went out for your Sunday dinner, would you put tomato sauce on it?
In a restaurant?
Do you know why I wouldn't? Because they give you them shit packets. Them little packets.
Like a sachet. But if they give you a bottle of ketchup in that.
Ring on the
I bet you're
bottle,
loving
Really, would you?
100%.
I bet you're loving it at work now with those new
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
dispensers.
I said to the woman the day I am so pleased you've got these
man.
bottles now. They do a bottle of red sauce the day. I bought loads of food the day at breakfast. Hey, there was just sauce everywhere. But normally they give you these sachets and you're like...
Used to have sachets.
Yeah. Sorry anyway, apologise.
No more reusable plastic.
I didn't realise it was for that either. I didn't realise that.
Saving the ocean.
Right, we'll make this the last one. Josh sends in this great run of form...
Why does Deka use tomato sauce?
In this great run of form, how many points can we realistically get from our remaining games, and how high can we finish?
What we've got left? We've got...
I want to get it. I want to find out what...
Arsenal, Watford.
We've got Watford away, Tottenham away, Chelsea
at
home,
West Brom at home.
home.
That's it.
Wow.
We'll beat West Brom. That's certainly.
I'm confident going into all them games.
I think we'll get something on Sunday.
Arsenal, we could get something.
So Arsenal will go for a draw.
You'd probably take a draw, wouldn't you?
Everton away will get beat. West Brom will beat.
Everton are struggling at the minute.
We'll get beat.
I think we could get something at Everton.
West Brom at home will win. Watford away, actually I really fancy against what they're shit. Spurs away, hammered. And Chelsea at home, I think we'll get something.
Yeah.
So at maybe 45,
I think we could get another
45.
I mentioned this in the last podcast, like
Another
going
6,
towards the
7
end of the
points,
season,
right?
we've got Spurs and we've got Chelsea in the last 4 games of the thing, the season. Those players are going to be going to the World Cup.
Exactly, yeah.
They won't want to play
game
them.
the longer that Spurs game gets postponed and postponed.
Well, it was a Wednesday, wasn't it?
The better.
We're playing on the Wednesday. We'll play Spurs on the Wednesday night. Wednesday night.
Which
It was a Wednesday night. The Wednesday before the Sunday, the last game of the season.
Oh, that done them.
I honestly
You think we'll win then? You think we'll win?
I don't
Who's
think we'll
going
turn
to
up.
play in that game?
Please, how much do you want to bet?
Kane's
Please,
not going to turn up.
Please.
Delhi's not going to drop his
I
horse.
need to send Layla to university. So how much would you like to bet on that one, please? Literally, I'll give any odds you want.
That we not get anything from the Spurs game.
I didn't say anything. You said we've got them. We'll beat them.
I think
nah, not a chance. Wednesday night down there. No chance.
I
No
think
chance.
it's the best time to play them though.
Oh, it might be, but we're not going to beat them.
But made good.
They're not. They haven't.
We've
got
done
the
well
greatest
first game of the
form
season
down
against them.
Wembley.
Remember that? We've done well first game of the season.
Aye, but crazy.
And we're getting better.
Hey, we could still qualify for Europe, yeah.
Could I?
Well, let's get carried away.
Hey,
I told you, there's only
never-
7 points between us and 7th in the league.
Right, so
We could still sneak into Europe, yeah.
how many points do you
Imagine
reckon?
that. Fucking hell.
I
sauce
reckon,
will be everywhere.
If we finish in the top half of the league,
I reckon there's another 7 points in there.
Well, I said 45.
that's what I just said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
45. I said 45.
Seven,
38 now, am I?
Yeah.
So I
7
think-
points.
Yeah. There's a chance of
Maybe
that.
even a bit
No.
more.
So I think we're looking at 10th, 11th.
Yeah, which is remarkable.
We
Well,
said at the
if
very
we took-
beginning of the
you
season,
You
said
said
12th.
if we finish
Yep.
around that mid table,
Said
the
12th, didn't we?
top half of the bottom half.
You know, I just kept saying 17th. I just says 17th will do me. So God,
I remember when we started the start of the season when we had that nice run and we were like sitting in 5th and 6th.
Yeah,
and I was
I
like,
know.
that's it, we're gonna.
I've got a bit carried away, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's still possible.
So,
It's,
shall we call it?
Those that are just above us aren't that much better than we're. Everton.
No, they're not. I agree they're not. I just think
Burnley would still drop away. There's still points to play for, definitely.
in for the first time it's in a positive light for us.
Yeah.
Because normally we get to this stage of season
You're
and
scrapping
think,
trying to
God,
get points together, aren't you?
You know, we're saying how many points we're going to get to stay up, like that
Yeah.
type of question. Whereas this time we're actually thinking how high we can finish, which is unheard of really for a while. So
We've got Arsenal on Sunday. That's the.
I really fancy them. They've
The
got
next
Moscow.
one.
They've got Moscow on Thursday.
God knows how we're getting there.
I really what's that like?
Merrows are off.
Are they?
Aye, from Heworth, the new Merrows.
I hear with South
Gospel.
Oh shit! I see you've got.
There's no Merrows in any direction going from the city centre.
Oh wow.
Bus replacement service.
And you're never going to get on a bus. Unless you're getting it at Shields.
Just do that then. Get the ferry. Get the ferry out in North Sheets and then get the Merrow.
I'm at a party first, me. Kids party.
It's early kick off in the 1:30 or 1 o'clock, something like that.
That's what I was gutted about because
Do you know this
it's a
child?
stretch. Well, aye. Best
It's
mate
his
saying
daughter.
Right. Right, we'll go the night. Thanks for sponsors International Glass Consult.
Easy for you to say.
International Glass Consult.
that. And when you left
By
back,
with the glass. And Guglielmo, who is better than Dummett.
would be if he played.
Yep.
Fans' opinion. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you very much. Good night.
If you'd like to see any more,
Poppers.
Oh, aye. Spill beer.
they're not kind of poppers I like.
I think I've got one left.
Can you warn with before you're going to do it?
Thanks for watching.
What time is it? What was the final score?
Oh, 1-1.
1-1.
So
All right.
just near helping.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye now.
Oh, I think I missed.